Drishti IAS is pleased to revise its special program, Mastering Mains Answer Writing, targeting answer writing in Civil Services Main Examination. We will be alternatively covering GS Papers 1, 2 and 3 through this program. For GS Paper 4, please watch our program, Ethics, Definitions and Concepts. The link for it is mentioned in the description below. So what is the structure of the program? We focus on the question, weightage of the topic, approach to the question, structure of the answer, writing the actual answer, and also focusing on the previous year's questions. Let's see the question which we will be discussing today. Examine the early challenges that India faced as a newly independent country and the world's largest democracy. Weightage of the topic is post-independence consolidation and reorganization within the country, which is part of GS Paper 1. How do we approach this question? In general, there are two things we have to understand with respect to a question. A, the underlying theme of the question, and B, what is or are being asked about that theme. Now let us consider the question again. Examine the early challenges that India faced as a newly independent country and the world's largest democracy. A, the underlying theme of this question is post-independence consolidation. And B, about this theme, we have to examine the challenges that India faced as a newly independent country. We can split the challenges in two parts, namely internal challenges faced by India and external challenges faced by India, being the world's largest democracy. To answer the given question, let's first understand the meaning of the command word examine. Examine means to analyze the question by giving reasoned facts and issues surrounding the topic. So what is the structure of the answer? The answer will include an introduction, body, and conclusion. Actual answer writing. The answer provided here is a representative answer. This is how the actual answer may look like. It can be adapted or modified as per your own natural style of writing, whether paragraph form or short sentences or bullets or diagrams. We have also taken certain liberties with the word limit by including certain additional information in the answer for your comprehensive understanding. Now looking at the actual answer. Introduction. With the end of the British colonial rule, India was still to find solutions for its numerous socio-economic and political problems that were hindering its development path. Now let's shift towards the body of the answer. Let's focus on challenges faced by India in the post-independence era. Begin with internal challenges. Partition and its consequences. Partition was marked with large-scale communal violence, division of assets, and huge refugee crisis. Maintaining India's unity, which was divided not only politically in more than 550 princely states, but in terms of its diversity like language, religion, caste, gender, ethnicity, and culture also. Containing secessionist tendencies from erstwhile princely states like Hyderabad, Junagadh, Jammu and Kashmir, and Manipur. Dealing with the demands of reorganization of states, linguistic states were fostering separatism and creating pressures on the newly founded nation. For example, separatism in the erstwhile Madras Presidency. Social barriers like caste and gender-based discrimination and inequalities. This led to the debate of the Hindu Code Bills. Framing the constitution and establishing democratic traditions. Constitution was necessary but not sufficient. The challenge was to develop democratic practices in accordance with the constitution. Lack of infrastructure and industries due to destruction of handicraft industry and limited growth of modern industries during the British period. The problem of hunger and food insecurity. The land productivity had stagnated due to the British land revenue system. Also, the commercialization of crops had resulted in a shift from food crops leading to food insecurity in the country. Mass poverty. At the time of independence, the incidence of poverty in India was about 80% or about 250 million. Famines and hunger pushed India to take external help for its food security. Illiteracy. When India gained independence, its population numbered about 340 million. The literacy level then was just 12% or about 41 million. Now, looking at the external challenges faced by India in its post-independence consolidation. Global world order marked with Cold War tensions. India followed a policy of non-alignment to stay away from Cold War politics and focus on its internal development. Hostile neighbors such as Pakistan and China not only hindered India's growth but created regional instability. For example, India-Pakistan relations after independence were not very cordial and peaceful. India fought war with Pakistan for over 2 decades after independence. In 1947, war took place over the Kashmir issue. In 1965, conflict began from the Run of Kutch area. In 1971, India and Pakistan went into war over East Pakistan or Bangladesh. Similarly, India faced issues with China over Tibet and in the border areas from Ladakh to NEFA, currently known as Arunachal Pradesh. Because of all these issues, the Indo-China War took place in 1962. Now shifting to the last part of our answer, that is conclusion. Some of the important steps taken by India to tackle internal challenges were successful integration and reorganization of states, initiation of 5-year plans for holistic and inclusive development of the country, land reform initiatives such as abolition of zamindari, land ceiling, etc., green revolution for agriculture and white revolution for dairy production, and Panchsheel for tribal integration. On the external front, India remained committed to the principles of the United Nations. India played an active role in the non-aligned movement and principles of Panchsheel with China. India's strong commitment to its constitutional ethos, democratic values, and spirit of mutual existence led it to not only survive as a nation but also to emerge as the leader of a newly independent country. Now let us focus on the previous year's question. Discuss whether formation of new states in recent times is beneficial or not for the economy of India. Distinguish between religiousness, religiosity, and communalism, giving one example of how the former has got transformed into the latter in independent India. Has the formation of linguistic states strengthened the cause of Indian unity? Write a critical note on the evolution and significance of the slogan Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Discuss the contributions of Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad to pre- and post-independent India. Analyze the circumstances that led to the Tashkent Agreement in 1996. Discuss the highlights of the agreement. Critically examine the compulsions which prompted India to play a decisive role in the emergence of Bangladesh. Critically discuss the objectives of Bodhan and Gramdan movements initiated by Acharya Vinoba Bhave and their success. That is all for this episode of Mastering Mains Answer Writing. Until next time, stay safe and thank you. To watch our videos in Hindi, subscribe to our Hindi YouTube channel, Drishti IAS.